for inviting me tonight. Um, it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to share to this group, and for those that are going to be able to see what we have to offer at Lawrence Middle School. I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat my contact information. You guys can get a hold of me anytime. You can click any of those links, and they'll take you right to the gifted page and the Pioneering Science Magnet page. There's my phone number there and my email. I'll go ahead and share my screen, and I'll go ahead and share a short little video with you guys about our program. And let me go ahead and share the sound. I think it was going to let me do just a second ago. Hold on. I'll do it one more time. I think it'll work. Share sound. There we go. All right. So let me go ahead and start this right now. Let me know if you guys hear the sound. I think it's on. That's a good picture of our quad area. We call that the nucleus. We have just under 1,100 students on campus. And what you're seeing right now is kind of the last day of the first week of school. We call that revolution. And what's neat about this opportunity is the students get to learn a lot of the rules and procedures in a very fun way. We are the Lawrence Lions, and Lions are their group of family called the Pride. That's their family group. And this is a great opportunity for our eighth graders to get mentored. The eighth graders to mentor our sixth graders once a week. And I'll get into that in a few minutes. But this is a great opportunity. This is the PAR. PAR is basically our students being able to stay on track, both getting good grades as well as staying in the work habits and cooperation grades to make sure that they open up opportunities to have lots of activities. So it's really fun for them to do this. These are some of the activities that our leadership students they offer. One of them is called the Haunted Hallway. We just had this last week, and they decorated all up. The students have dances. It's just a really good environment for our kids to work together, decorating, and then for all the other students to enjoy this. What's neat about our dances is that our dances are by grade level. So we're having sixth graders separate and seventh and eighth graders go together, but we're not, allowing the larger students to be around the little ones to start out. We want these sixth graders. You see some of them right now. These are videos that just happened in the last week or two. Spirit Days, our attendance for Fridays, district-wide is not very good, but at Lawrence Middle School it is. Because on Fridays we have Spirit Days, and our students do all kinds of fun things like, and I'll show you some more pictures as you guys see through here, anything but a backpack. They're doing all kinds of fun activities with crazy hair day or shoes. This is, we saw a little bit of the formal here. Every bit of, for our eighth graders, a great opportunity for them to get dressed up just before they culminate, a few weeks before that. They get dressed up. Some even came in limos at night. Awards night, we really want to celebrate all student success on campus. So it's not just the students that are getting the high achieving award. We also have most improved and students that get character awards because of their conduct and respect on campus that's demonstrated. Teachers vote for all kinds of awards that students can be recognized for. Definitely the academics are there. Some of the students get golden cords, like you may see some as they're walking on stage right now for their academics. But by and all, we're working on making sure that all students are recognized, respected, valued, part of our school community. And I think we do a pretty good job. I think the school spirit on campus is great. And I think that just the culture that we've created has become a really, really fun opportunity and fun place to be. So let me go ahead and share this back. I'm going to jump in a little bit. Let me move this little bar because that makes it tough. Hopefully you can see a little bit what I'm showing right now. I'll go through these slides, briefly go through these. So hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing. Hopefully you can see what I'm showing you guys right now. But, I'm going to go over a few things. We have the magnet programs, our classes and electives. So let's see how I'm doing on time. Let me just time myself for the next couple of minutes, see where I'm at. Here's a bone for the dog. There you go, Suki. Oh, here's a bone for her. So, our school, Again, as you've seen some photos and some video, it's a pretty campus. It's really well maintained by the students and the faculty and the staff. Our maintenance workers, we definitely have a reduced amount of maintenance on campus, just because of the budgets of LAUSD. And it's a good thing because our students really do a good job of keeping the campus really clean. As I said, we have less than 1,100 students on campus. The magnet's getting to be close to 50%, just because of just how valuable the families feel about sending their students to our magnet program. We have about 12 acres of space on our campus. Almost a third of it is green space. And that's that center section that you just saw. Lots of trees all around campus. It's a really pretty place. We do have two magnet programs. One, the Gifted Magnet Program, you can see these little tiny emblems in the right-hand corner. Those are patches that indicate a Magnet Schools of America national recognition. We're the only school I could find in the state of California that won 7 consecutive. And I showed 6 of them right there. 2023, we also won one. So really, really great effort by our teachers in the Gifted Magnet and our Pioneering Science Magnet. It's a new program. It's only 5 years old. And it really, I'll get into a little bit more about that in a moment, but um, they're really basically focusing on the sciences. Both magnet programs are geared towards the sciences. The gifted program just is a lot more depth, complexity, and acceleration for our gifted learners. But the Pioneering Science Magnet students, they're at a residential level, and they can still participate in many of the electives that the gifted students are able to participate in. I'll get to electives in a few minutes too, but let's just take a quick look at the gifted magnet schedule. You can look at that far left column. That's what our 6th graders would take in the core classes. All gifted students come into our 6th grade class taking the honors English, honors science, and then honors social studies. The math class is basically based on their level, and we can get into that if you guys have some questions later on. But basically, they're either going to take the regular Common Core 6, like all students at Lawrence Middle School, or they may qualify for the high accelerated math class based on maybe their SBAC score, their math ability. And I also offer a math placement test at the end of the school year, just before the end of the school year, so that incoming 6th graders can take that test to see if they would qualify for that. This is Pioneering Science Magnet. And again, you're going to see that 6th grade grouping. There is an honors opportunity within Pioneering, but it's not to the level of the honors program that's offered automatically within our gifted program. And again, I'm going to share this slideshow with all of you guys, so no need to take pictures or screenshots or have to memorize the information. That's going to be shared with you and by Ms. Zhang. So here's kind of an example schedule. On the left side is gifted, on the right side is the Pioneering Science Magnet. And you can see those first 4 classes of the core class. And I gave you a 5th period art elective, and I'll get into electives in a moment, but there's 12 electives that are offered to 6th graders. That's a very high number of electives available. I've kind of looked around the area, and usually 3 or 4 electives, maybe 5 are offered to 6th graders. We have a very large quantity of electives. We have nearly 20 electives for all of our students total. So I'll show you that list in a moment. So 1st through 5th, you'll see the core classes, then an art class, and they're going to take PE. Now, that doesn't mean that that's the sequence of classes. It may be mixed around. They may have English 2nd or 3rd period, maybe science 2nd period, and that's different classes. So here's some elective opportunities like I just spoke about to the 6th graders. As you can see, there's a really good variety of classes that are available for the electives. So again, they'll take them English, history, math, and science class automatically, and then they're going to choose from this list which one they like. Now, I would say 70, 80% of the time, they're going to get their first choice. And if they see an elective up here that they didn't get as a 6th grader, I will make sure that they get one as a 7th grader. Okay. So again, you'll have this in front of you to be able to look at and see. Again, this is the entire elective opportunities for us, for all of our students on campus. And it's a really good group of electives. You can see a lot of music and arts, and of course some sciences, robotics. Of course, there's some writing opportunities. We have a newsletter. It's just a really good opportunity to really give students a lot of choices Because I don't know about you, but when I was in sixth grade, I really couldn't really know what I had the night before for dinner, much less what I was really interested in. So we give them a lot of choices and don't really have them really locked into one thing for too long. Some of these electives are just one semester. So maybe the Korean class, possibly even the Lion's Roar that you can see on the right-hand side column is just a one semester class. They can take it for the year, but if they want to bounce over to robotics or do some theater or maybe take an art class, we have the flexibility in our schedule to support students in that too. Again, I'll really go through some of the next things. I'll talk about math, some of these clubs that we have on campus, after school activities, our bell schedule. I'll show you a little bit of classes and I'll tell you how to apply. So this is kind of the sequence. If my cursor is working for you, this is the normal sequence of math classes, math 6, 7, and 8 for all the students. Now, Math 6 and the High Accelerated is only offered to sixth graders here in this district. Here's the thing. If in sixth grade, they took the regular sixth grade math and they got an A or a B, and they take the state test and they get the meeting the standard or exceeding the standard, they can be eligible to take the accelerated math class, which is all of seventh and eighth grade in their seventh grade year. Then they'll take Algebra 1 in the eighth grade. Down here in the bottom, let me just pause for just a second. Now, the bottom section right now, as you can see, is a high accelerated math class. What that is it's all of sixth and seventh grade. And then in seventh grade, they're going to take the math class. That's eighth grade. They're going to also take algebra. And in the eighth grade, they're going to take geometry. Now, here's the thing. I know there's many of you out there that children are really high achieving kids and they're doing really, really good in math. Feel free to challenge them. The thing is, I'm going to get into this briefly. I'm not about burnout. I want to make sure that we support students learning, but always start them off in a position where they're going to find success and then grow up to success. We don't want to start them too high and then struggle and then get discouraged. So there's plenty of students that may take this high accelerated class in the sixth grade. But if you know your child, math is not exactly their strength, this regular Common Core Math 6 class is perfect. And you know what, as I said, if they do well in that class, they can move through the sequence and do that. Up here real quick, this is 3 years of math in 3 years. This sequence here is 4 years of math in 3 years. And the bottom section is in fact 5 years of math in 3 years. So this is definitely going fast paced. Here's some clubs. And again, you'll get this, but I just want to highlight to you just how many clubs we do have on campus. We have more than 30 clubs. And one of the things I want to highlight is the next slide, where if you can see at the top 3, we have service clubs. They are really about serving the community. And as you can see, we have about 1,000 students on campus. We have about 30 clubs. Most of our clubs have 15 to 20 students in our clubs, some even more. So they're very active clubs. They're not just putting them up there so it looks, fancy. I know there are some schools in the area that have dozens and dozens of clubs, but they may be 4 or 5 students in there. These are really actively attended clubs, and they really, really support what's going on in the community. And they're really supporting what's going on in their own student interest too. These are student-run clubs. The teacher is only really the person that's, opening up the classroom to them so that they will have a space to have. The students are running all of these clubs. This is our bell schedule. We start at 8 and we go till 3:08. And 8 till 3:08 is the time where no cell phones are to be used on campus by students. We have a no cell phone policy. We also have a dress code policy. All students are to attend school each day with a collared shirt, either short sleeve or long sleeve. Of course, sweaters, jackets can go over those, but we do have a dress policy. On Tuesdays, that mentoring program that I mentioned early on, called Pride, takes place where the homeroom is at the end of the period. So students have, 30 minutes each week being mentored by our eighth graders. And as you can see, it's a really, really wonderful opportunity for them to get some really good support from eighth graders and know how to find success in middle school. I just, snapshotted a few pictures here of some classes on campus. I was giving a tour this past week and some families were wanting to see the art class. And I ended up making this PowerPoint presentation or this Google slide for these families that were in our tour this past Wednesday. So I added some art pictures because they're in the art classes that they didn't get to visit, just because of time. And some of the art productions that the students did. We have some really wonderful art teacher. Her name is Miss Ganzel. She has an Instagram. She's constantly posting student work on the inside and the outside, and also on our social media pages. Really, some beautiful work that our students do. We also are part of the Conservatory of Art, which is a gifted program that students can be identified gifted in art. And I'm so excited about what we're doing in the art area. We do have a beautiful gym that's used, and we have a rock wall inside of it. The PE that our teachers offer is not just whistleblowing and telling students to run. It's some really great activities. They have a lot of social emotional learning, team building activities that go on during PE. Yes, they do have physical activities, and they do run on Tuesdays, but most of the activities that go on during our PE classes for all grades is really just having them be healthy in body, mind, and spirit. I also think that it's really important to see that the PE classes are divided by grade level. So all of our sixth graders go together for PE, our seventh graders go together for PE, and our eighth graders go together for PE. Let me kind of finish up my presentation. I'm almost finished. We do have a wonderful after school program that does complement what we do during the school day. Our gates open in the morning at 7:15 in the morning, right? With a wonderful opportunity for students to do some work before school. School starts at 8 o'clock, but then we dismiss at 3:08 and then 2:08 on Tuesdays. But after dismissal, Monday through Friday, we have some wonderful activities open to all students, free of charge, and there are meals provided for our students. So it gives families an opportunity to, if they have a longer work day or they need to go out and do some chores or do some shopping, you can go ahead and pick up your child after 5, 6 o'clock even to be able to get those things done. And they're going to be monitored and supported and learn and grow and achieve during this time. This is the slide you might be familiar with. The link's at the bottom. You can click it to be able to apply for any magnet program in the district. This again is a slide I included for you. If you happen to go to a magnet program right now, this applies to you. Everybody that moves from fifth grade into sixth grade gets 12 points on the right-hand side. And if your homeschool happens to be a FABAU school, you'll get 4 points. Here's my flyer. Again, we do have one last tour for the fall. It's this coming Wednesday. If you've already came, but you didn't bring a child with you, please come this Wednesday. We start at 9 o'clock. Get there about 8:45 to check in. It's a wonderful opportunity for an hour or so, and your child can really get to see the campus they're going to be attending if you do choose Lawrence as your first and best choice. Again, I included some of our academic performance. Our students did do an excellent job and performed above the state level and the district level in our SBAC scores. You can see definitely above, better than 40% above in English, and more than 33%, 35%, I guess, in math. Just a really great performance. That's what I wanted to share. There are some additional slides, but I know that there's other people that want to present. I just want to thank you for the opportunity to share. I was going to put some information in the chat right now, just in case you want to apply for the program. Again, I'm going to put that link. That's eChoices. And again, if you wanted to apply for our, while I get off, I'm going to put the link in for our magnet tours if you want to sign up for this coming Wednesday. But if there are any questions, maybe you want to throw one in the chat. I know that I'm probably out of time, but I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you all. Maybe I can take one question if you have one, and I'll just wait a moment.
Thank you, Mr. Crenshaw. This is very helpful information packed with a lot of interesting details. So anybody, if you have any question, we can accept one question.
I have a question about the application to the magnet program.
Yeah.
So my son is in the third grade now, but your magnet start at sixth grade.
Yeah.
So if we apply eChoices on eChoices this year, does he get to waiting list at all to get the 4
No.
points?
Yeah, it wouldn't work. It has to be
Okay.
for the next school year.
I see.
So briefly, there's a sequence, and I actually included it on one of the slides so that you guys think I did. I think I included it on the slide, but just briefly, let me see if I have it. Again, let me see if I have it. It's not working for me right now. I think I'm sharing the screen with you guys. Did I put it down here? Maybe I did. I think I didn't. No, it's not right at my fingertips. But anyways, there is a sequence and it really happens for the next school year. So it's usually for fifth graders to apply for the next school year. And that opens up October 1st this year for the next school year. So you'll be applying, if your child's a sixth grader, that's going to be the 27-28 school year, if I'm correct. And so you'll be able to apply October 1st, 2026 for the next school year. Yeah. So
Okay,
so when
thank
they're a
you.
fifth grader, yeah.
So there are no points to apply now to get the
Yeah, there's no
magnet
reason to.
points.
But you
Okay.
know what? Next year, when your child's a fourth grader, I had plenty of fourth graders at my tour last week, and they, get a little idea. They're doing little notes a little early. And even last year, my first year at Lawrence, I had several families bringing their fourth graders, and you know what? They brought them again this year as fifth graders, just to give them an opportunity to see what's going on.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah. You're very welcome. Hey, you all have an absolutely fantastic night. And as I said, feel free to send me any questions you have. I'm going to throw my information in the chat again. And there you go. All right, you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Mr. Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
Mr. Crenshaw, before you left,
Oh, yeah.
let me say thank you one more time. And my son, Arthur's son, was from Lawrence like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And he's currently in Berkeley. And he mentioned that he met a couple of his Lawrence classmates who's from the Model UN program. So with a dedicated coordinator like you who's taking the position, we have the best wishes to Lawrence and hope the magnet program can back to the glory peak time.
We're
So-
working very hard. We have, I'll say one last thing as I'm posting this. We have 36 different elementary schools represented in our sixth graders for the gifted magnet, and 32 different elementary schools in our pioneering science magnet. So last year, my first year, I went on so many Zooms across the valley and the district. I have some students coming in from LA. We're really getting the word out about the great things that are going on in our school. I can't tell you how proud I am of the teachers, the parents, the administration. I'm working around some amazing people, and it really shows what we're doing at our school. All right. You guys have a fantastic night. I put the link for, if you want to sign up for the Google, if you want to sign up for our tours next Wednesday or this coming Wednesday, feel free to click that link, and it starts at 9 o'clock. All right. You guys have a wonderful night. Take care now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.